Hello, and welcome to another episode of Come with the Light and Reveal, where every Wednesday we talk about some of the beautiful stained glass windows here that you can find at NoHo First. Today, I have two windows about two very special people. We're going to talk about Charles Wesley and Thomas Coke. Now, Charles Wesley was John Wesley's brother. When he and John were students at Oxford, they would actually lead a small group of students in Christian study. And this group was so dedicated and regular in their program of study and worship, so much so that other students used to tease them and say that they worshiped by a method. And instead of feeling insulted by that, the Wesleys decided to own that name and call themselves Methodists. Methodism is the name and tradition by which we still go by to this very day. Charles Wesley was an Anglican minister who was dedicated to preaching the good news of salvation, and he traveled all across the English countryside, speaking to crowds of thousands of people who came outdoors to hear him, people that didn't normally come to church. Of course, we know Charles Wesley best because of his poems and his hymns. He actually wrote 9,000 poems and 56 hymnals in 53 years. That's a lot of writing for one person to do. To engage this same congregation of people that didn't come to church that often, he wrote hymns that they could sing to by the same tune as popular bar songs. His hymn, "Oh, for 1,000 Tons to Sing," is actually the first hymn that you'll find in the United Methodist Hymnal. He's also famous for Christmas carols such as "Hark the Herald Angels Sing," and Easter celebrations like "Christ the Lord is risen today." That's all Charles Wesley. But now, let's take a look at Thomas Coke. Thomas Coke also studied at Oxford. He was also an ordained Anglican clergyman, and he worked closely with John Wesley. So much so that he served as the superintendent of the London district. And after the Revolutionary War, Americans broke their ties with the Anglican Church. So, Wesley sent Thomas Coke to America to join Francis Asbury as superintendents over the new Methodist movement in the new America. The new church had no existing bishop to ordain a new one, so utilizing American ingenuity, the men took turns ordaining each other. The next year, Coke began to travel on missionary work. He founded missions in the West Indies, in Gibraltar, and in Sierra Leone. This earned him recognition as the father of Methodist missions. Now, the window that you see of Charles Wesley was dedicated by Dell Woods. The photo and window of Thomas Coke was dedicated by Corin Winters. Thank you so much for joining me for yet another episode of Come with the Light and Reveal. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you right back here next Wednesday for another window and another story. God bless.